Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia and I am very glad to welcome you here. For the sake of those who are here for the first time, I very quickly explain the concept. I have here 6 cards in front of me on the table and they are going to give us some impulse regarding what issues can come up the next week, what are going to be the risks and potentials, and how can we make the best out of it. Tarot, in my philosophy and in my approach, is not about fortune telling, and it is not about telling the future, but instead it is about giving the power back to your hands by creating awareness regarding some topics. So in case you know what is going on and what are the potentials and the risks in a certain situation, and in case you are aware of your options, this way you can choose your own destiny. All right then. The interesting about this week's or next week's readings is that we have here the very same major arcana cards as from last week. This is already very interesting, however in a slightly different position and order. You may remember that the topic last week was, amongst others, changing beliefs and changing your mind regarding something, and in a twisted way, but we have this week also a kind of similar message. All right then, after this quick teaser, let me get started. So, interestingly enough, we have here again the Sun as a main topic card, however this time reversed. You may remember that the Sun is all about sunshine, enlightenment, childish energy, joy, vitality, positivism, success, and renewal. And given that it has come up reversed, we can assume that some of these things may get slightly out of balance next week. For example, it can be that your optimism is going to go down. It can be that you are going to experience some setbacks regarding something. It can be simple that the weather is going to get worse and the sun is going to disappear, but it also can be that your inner child is going to surface, or the horse is going to run away with you. And why am I telling this? You will see soon. But first, let's take a look at the complementary minor arcana card, which is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups represents a very beautiful female quality. It is all about understanding, connection, intuition, compassion, and emotions. And indeed, the Queen of Cups is someone who is first and foremost connects to others via these qualities, via understanding and compassion and feelings. If you take a look at this card, what you will see is that she is looking at this thing, whatever it is, with a very compassionate and loving eye. She is appreciating things. And this way it is really about, again, appreciating, connection, intuition, and being kind and nice. So maintaining about those female qualities. However, and this is the kind of shadow side of this card, the Queen of Cups is so much involved. She can get so much involved in the emotions of her own, of other, or for others, that she can kind of lose herself in this. So make sure that you are maintaining those qualities, but without getting too much involved in the drama. All right then. Now let's take a look at the risks and potentials. And what we have here is a very, very potent card, the Chariot. The Chariot represents a very strong male energy. It is all about action, discipline, control, expression, being goal-oriented and taking action. And indeed, this guy is really much like this. He takes action, he takes control. He is standing for what he is, and he is also able to express this. This is one thing. And the other very interesting thing is about overcoming contradictory forces and polarities. We see here these two sphinxes, a white one and the black one, female and male. And this all tells me that this card is also about overcoming these polarities and being able to use these different driving forces and keeping them under control. So this is a very, very potent card, and it carries a very great potential. So it can be that the next week you are finally going to be able to take action, to finally get out of your comfort zone and start entering new territories, right? This is a very, very great card, a very big potential. Make sure you grab it. What is even better is that it is completed by a 10 of Cups. Another very, very beautiful card. The 10 of Cups, as you can see, is all about harmony, celebration, peace, familiar ground and family, and also about success. It is about fulfillment because we have a 10 here, and given that we have Cups here, it is about first and foremost an emotional fulfillment or fulfillment in values. And indeed, this is the other thing what the 10 of Cups is about, being in alignment with your own values. So first and foremost, knowing, again, as we have seen here, who you are, what do you stand for, what is important for you. And it is also about being able to express this, and this way creating this harmony, because you not just know who you are and what is important for you, but you're also able to determine this, right? So to make this happen, because you grab what you want. I love these two cards together. They carry a very, very great potential together, and this is an awesome thing. All right then. Now, last but not least, the question is, how are we going to be able to reach this potential, to unfold this? And the answer is delivered by a reversed Hierophant again. We had this guy also last week, you may remember. And again, the Hierophant in a normal position is all about teacher, teaching, master, student, teaching and following, leading and following. It is also about institutions like church and the like, and it is also about beliefs. And if this card comes up in a reverse position, we may assume that these things are going to get out of balance. And given that this card has come up as an advice, I would say that it is going to be a good idea to take a look at your beliefs, to take a look at your ideas that are that fixed that you don't even realize that they are actually ideas. We often tend to think about things like as they would be reality. We like to think that, yeah, I think this way because this is how it is. It's not the case. So make sure you really go down to the roots and really observe your beliefs, your values, and ask the question, are they really true? Is this the way it is? Are they really authentic, or are they just adopted from outside? These are some interesting questions. And another interesting question to ask is, do these beliefs serve or limit me? This is also a very good question to ask. So again, the reversed Hierophant invites us to observe those things and to ask the question, am I maybe too dogmatic? If so, make sure you try to release those dogmas, because they can seriously damage your health and the health of those around you. And we also have here as a complementary advice card, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, as you can see, is also a very, very action-oriented guy. he is also just run off on his horse because he wants to change or do something. So he's someone who really takes action, and this is actually a good thing. We talk about thoughts here, so it means that we first and foremost talk about the mental things again. And given this, I would say that the Knight of Swords carries an invitation of being open for change in a mental level, and this way it is a very interesting and nice addition to the reversed Hierophant. So it invites us to be open, to be able to go out to new territories, as we have already seen here, right? And this is actually a good thing to maintain this fresh energy on a mental level. However, the Knight of Swords carries also a kind of risk of being too hasty, of being too quick in realizing something. And this way he carries the risk of being, again, too hasty and fucking up things because we just run away to do something without really thinking of it. So again, make sure that you are open for change. Make sure that you are ready to release those ideas that do not serve you. However, on the other side, make sure you think you have things under control, as we have seen here and here as well. All right then, now I'm going to show you the whole constellation and wrap this quickly up so that you can see how the different cards are related to each other. All right then, there we go. So again, the next week it can be that we are going to be out of balance or lose our optimism or experience some setback because of something, and it can also be that we are getting a bit emotional. This is actually a good way because the Queen of Cups carries a beautiful female energy, so it can be that we are going to be more intuitive and more emotional. Make sure you don't get too much involved in the drama so you don't lose yourself in this. We have here a great potential delivered by the Chariot and the Ten of Cups, and the common thing in them is that they're both about expressing yourself, being able to communicate and express who you are, what do you stand for, and by overcoming polarities and the opposing forces, being able to create harmony and success regarding something. This is a really great thing. Make sure you make the most out of it. And the way of making the most out of it is going to be, again, observing and questioning the maybe too firm, too fixed beliefs that maybe don't serve you but limit you. It's going to be a good idea to observe whether you are not too dogmatic regarding something, because if you are too rigid or too dogmatic, it can be that you are going to risk this peaceful environment and harmony. And last but not least, we have here also an advice from the Knight of Swords of being open to change, of being ready to take action, but in a very balanced way. We have these two cards here, and they both tell me that yes, it is going to be a good idea to go out and take action and take what you want, but in a very controlled and very balanced way, right? This is very important. If you are able to maintain a controlled energy, then you can also balance this runaway horse out that we have seen here, right? So make sure that the horse doesn't run away, and you are maintaining a balanced and controlled approach. All right then. I hope that it all makes sense. As always, I encourage you to pick up what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you so much for showing up today. In case you liked it, please like it, share it, And you are also welcome to subscribe to the channel. In case you want to have a private tarot session, you also have the opportunity for this. You can find the details below in the description section. All right then, thanks for being here today. See you next week. Till then, take care of yourselves. Ciao!